Kamala Harris's opportunity agenda for black men is not what they're framing it to be. It's nothing for black men. It's a lift-all program. And this is the insulting part about the Democratic Party. They take programs meant for everyone and say, hey, look, black people, black men, this part can benefit you. Don't do that. Let me show y'all what y'all talking about. Because I'm cool personally with an agenda that's good for all of America. But don't lie to me and say that, okay, something's for me when it's for everybody. Let me give an example. This here, as you can see on the screen, is from Kamala's opportunity plan for black men. It's nothing but her opportunity economy for everybody. But what her administration did was take out parts and say, okay, this particular part of this plan is going to be for black men. Like right here, you talk about, it sounds good, providing 1 million loans that are fully forgivable up to $20,000 to black entrepreneurs and others. That's the key word right there. Black entrepreneurs and others. And others. That's going right back to civil rights legislation that black people earned that they ended up using for other people. Black people always get grouped with others, and then what happens is when others and everyone gets the money, they say, oh, black people, no more money for you. This is insulting because you see right here how it talks about the $5,000 and $50,000 initiative to help existing small businesses. Well, look here. This is directly from Kamala Harris's website. This is from her opportunity. Oh shit! I'm on the wrong page. Ha! There we go. This is directly from Kamala Harris's website right here, talking about the Harris-Walsh plan. And what do you see right there? $5,000 to $50,000. You see that? See, to me, if you ask me, that's the insulting part about it right there. If it's gonna be for black people, make it for black people. Don't make it for everybody. Then say, "Hey, black folks, this is for you." It's extremely insulting, and it's further pushing the benign neglect policy that we learned about in the Moynihan report, where basically the government in the Nixon administration came and said, "We're going to." Matter of fact, I can show you better than I can tell you. This is from the Moynihan report. This is actually from the White House. Let me pull this up, y'all. Let me pull this up. This is the Moynihan report. You see, this is a memo from the White House, January 16th, 1970, from Moynihan to Nixon. This is a policy that both parties have used against black people, the Democrats more than anyone else, to act like they're giving us, to pay us fake attention while doing nothing for us. If you go down to page 7 of the Moynihan report, it talks about how, in this report, it talks about how, during the 60s, black people were promised a lot of things that the government never intended on giving us. So what they did was they said the issues of race could benefit from a period of benign neglect. And it talks about how we may need a period in which Negro progress continues and racial rhetoric fades. And so it says, this is what they're going to do. It said, greater attention to Indians, Mexican Americans, and Puerto Ricans could be useful. A tendency to ignore propagations from groups like the Black Panthers might also be useful. That's basically another way of saying a way to ignore black people who are not controlled by the system speaking up for ourselves. So you see there was a whole agenda that was set out by the government more than 50 years ago that we're still under till this day because, hey, that's how this country gets down. It's about benign neglect. It's about neglecting the people who built the country. And you see that here when you look at policies in the Harris-Walsh administration. We're going to act like we're going to do something for you, but we're really not. It's really something for everybody. Versus Trump's plan. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of either side, but let's just tell the whole truth. It's not insulting when you say, okay, we're going to create a program that's going to benefit everyone. A plan like Trump's proposed tax break on car interest loans, car loan interest. This here, along with some of his other plans, no tax on tips, no tax on overtimes. This is something that benefits all Americans. The same way Kamala's opportunity agenda, opportunity economy benefits all Americans. I'm okay with programs that benefit all Americans, whether given to me by a Republican or a Democrat. Look, I pay taxes. I'll take anything this government, as far as benefit goes, gives to me. But don't put out there in the news that you're doing this just for me when you're doing it for everybody and saying, hey, black people, look, this thing that I'm doing for everybody, this part benefits you. But at the same time, I'm not going to do anything like I do for the Native Americans and put you to the front of the line. See, if you fill out an application here in California and other places, it asks you, are you Native American or indigenous? And if you are, you get put into a separate line as everyone else. Don't create something and tell me you're going to put me in a different line and then put me in a line with everyone else just so you get my vote. That's very insulting. If you have a plan for America, great. Let's talk about this plan for America, whether you're Republican or Democrat. I don't have an issue because I want American citizens to receive benefits from the taxes that we've been putting in. But if you take a program and say, okay, this is for all of America, and then say, hey, black people, I'm doing something special for you, F you. That's insulting, and I'm not with it. Come correct or don't come at all.